And what could have potentially been a statement game for the Bengals after losing to the New York Jets this past week against the Cleveland Browns. The Bengals end up doing the exact opposite and allowing it to be a statement game for the Cleveland Browns, who have been struggling of late. Bengals drop this one and drop it handedly here in what was a game where a lot went wrong. You started off with the pick six by Burrow there, threw it a little inside, a lot inside really, allowing the Browns to get that pick six there on Chase. Set the tone of this game. Bengals would go back down the field, score no problem. And really from that point on, I thought Joe Burrow played really, really well. You had Jamar Chase fumble a football, Browns ball. You had T. Higgins dropping first downs when he was driving on that 3rd and 3. Ended up not getting on 4th and 3 in that 14-7. Was it Higgins? Might have been Perrine. Might have been the Perrine play. I think that was the Perrine play. He dropped the out route, easy first down there. End up turning it over on downs. You know, key points in that game. The Browns go out there and get that kill shot right after that turnover on downs to make a 21-7. Bengals, end of the second quarter there. You had a chance once again. Burrow hits his man, T. Higgins, in the end zone. He's got 2 hands on the football. We have seen this time and time again this year. I think if there's one glaring issue with this Bengals offense right now, it is the fact that we have seen this so many times this season where they just don't catch the contested passes. They don't catch the balls they get 2 hands on. Burrow is the type of quarterback where he's going to put the ball where you can only catch it. But you got to make the catch still. Higgins messed that up. You had Jamar Chase drop a couple of them. That could have been touchdowns as well. And there was the one that Burrow did slightly underthrow. Got to keep that in mind. The one to Chase's way. Thrown that a little farther outside. Chase probably walks out one in the end zone, but he underthrew him there. But there was a couple cases off the hands of Jamar Chase. You seen it late in this game. You thought, hey, this Bengals team's out of it. I got to tell you what I loved about Joe Burrow in this game. It felt like it was over. It really felt like it was over once the Bengals didn't get that 2-point conversion. But I tell you what, that defense, was it the Browns missed that field goal? Browns missed that field goal. And this man was ready to go out there and try to come back from behind 3 scores with 9 minutes left. You see him make a couple deep chances. And again, that's where the drop passes come in. Couple different deep balls, drop passes. You connect on those passes. You're talking a 2-possession game, 11 minutes left. There would have been, or 11-point game with 8 minutes left. Anything could have happened. And what felt like you was out of that football game, a 2-possession game with 8 minutes left, you hold them to just a field goal. You cause a 3 and out. The way this team moves the football up and down the field, you're right back in it. I tell you what, if there was one thing you could take from the positive side of this football game, it was absolutely that this Bengals team under Joe Burrow is never out of a football game until the game's over. Because I don't know if I've ever had a game where you feel so defeated after why in the heck. I don't know if that's supposed to be a read option or what that was on that 2-point conversion, but it wasn't there. If it was a read option, it was open there. As an interesting play call from a team that does not run well out of the shotgun because they are primarily a single back running team. And a 2-point conversion that gets it in within 2 scores, they opted to do that. Nonetheless, Bengals came out firing. Browns knew what they was going to do. The only way they was getting back in this game was with the deep shots, and still finding ways to get those balls downfield. These receivers are very, very good, talented players, but they cannot catch the ball to save their lives sometimes. When you clean that up, this Bengals offense becomes very, very, very scary. Because that was a key difference in this game. Dropping footballs, you had the pick six, that was a mistake. Burrow bounced right back from that. But you had the drop footballs, you had the fumble. Mixon ran the ball well. I know the Bengals defense, there's going to be a lot of talk about how that Bengals defense played. How about this? Besides the long run they gave up to Chubb, they held Chubb to 124 yards. Like, that's actually a lot. Well, yeah. But the Browns are one of the best running teams in the league. Nick Chubb's one of the best running backs in the league. The Browns have, if not the best offensive line in the league. It's a tough matchup from that standpoint. That's why Baker Mayfield has and continues to eat against the Bengals. Because he has 3 hours to throw the football back there. You're going to play the Browns, and just the way these two teams match up until they figure out some sort of other game plan, it's going to be a shootout. It's going to come down to your defense making a couple key stops, which they did in that second half. When you really think about it, the game was just out of hand at the point. What was he going to do? Those turnovers caused those lopsided scores. But Baker ended up with 218 yards through the air. There wasn't a receiver on this Browns team with over 3 catches. So to say one guy was really getting burned, it was just, again, when you have to sit there in coverage, how long? Because you're not getting pressure on the quarterback. Why are the Bengals not? I don't get. My biggest problem, concern with the Bengals defense is they dominated the Ravens. How did they dominate the Ravens? They put pressure on Lamar Jackson. They have not tried that since. If you know you're not going to get to this quarterback for 6 or 7 seconds, why are you dropping 7 in coverage? it's not easy for how good you are to cover these guys. Throw another guy in there. If you're going to allow the first down anyway, you might as well throw an extra guy in there to rush the quarterback and try to put pressure on him and force a guy like Baker Mayfield to turn the football over, which he would do if you don't give him forever to throw the football. That was my biggest concern there on defense. I really don't know what to think. It's been a night and day difference this past couple weeks for this Bengals defense. It obviously starts with stopping the run. I don't know what to think, though. It's a Browns team that really matches up well against the Bengals when you think about their strengths compared to the Bengals' weaknesses at the end of it all. Liked what I've seen from the offense, though. Trying to think of the positives going into the bye week. And the Bengals need to keep grinding. Hey, last place in the division, but the Bengals are still in really good position. They're 2-1 in the division. They got a tough schedule to end things, though. So they better figure things out if they want a chance at the playoffs here this season. Love you guys' thoughts. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.